Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the full article here. There is a link in the description. I'm going to give you a full grade trigger warning. This is of a very grim nature. It's in regards to child pornography. So again, full trigger warnings provided. It's in regards to the two absolute pieces of shit, absolute scumbag, evil sickos that you see in front of you. Their names are Mateo Arriaga, 20 years of age, and the so-called woman is called Gia Kubler, again 20 years of age, and a pair of sickos. They're both from Pennsylvania, and they were both arrested in January for producing and disseminating child pornography. They're now facing additional charges after investigators reportedly found more illicit materials involving an infant. So they had already been charged and arrested for producing and disseminating child pornography. The investigation has continued, and more nastiness has been uncovered. So I'll just add in here that, first of all, full condolences to all of the victims, and I do applaud the investigators, and I hope that investigators in this and similar cases pursue every angle. You know, they've got to pursue every angle. Hopefully they have the full expertise of the computer nerds from the FBI and whomever else, to identify everyone concerned that received, that downloaded, that in any way promoted or disseminated this type of material. Everyone needs to be sought after, gone after. So in any case, that's what these investigators have done. They've continued investigating, and they've come up with more information. So they were originally charged after the scumbag Mateo Arriaga posted 271 sexually explicit videos, one of which included a 23-second video that was posted in a Snapchat message thread. And this scumbag, Gia Kubler, is somebody that was also a part of the internet-based message thread. And this scumbag female, Gia Kubler, was accused of talking to the other scumbag to encourage him to produce more child pornography. That's her involvement. Her involvement was to egg the sicko on. And she also confessed to making illicit videos and sending them to the other scumbag. Okay, I'm going to provide details of one of the videos. You don't have to listen to this. You can turn away right now. There's a video created in July 2021 which showed this scumbag woman, Gia Kubler, holding an infant's feet. Someone's hand is reportedly also seen touching and exposing the victim's genitals. So this is fucking sick. And I really hope that these two scumbags get exactly what they deserve, what that ought be. I mean, I'd happily go for death penalty if it were available. This happened in Pennsylvania. That's not going to be an option, as far as I understand. But certainly an extremely long jail sentence, an extremely long prison sentence, with the opportunity to have ample time in general population so that the other inmates can have a nice little chat with you from time to time and tell you what they think about the videos that you've directly produced and that you've encouraged each other to produce. Let's see what the other inmates have to say about that. Maybe they aren't a particular fan of that, like I'm not. Yeah, perhaps they want to have a nice little close chat with you about your behaviour. Maybe they want to offer their own kind of rehabilitation. So the article does go into more detail, but effectively it tells us that this scumbag woman was essentially egging on the other guy. Don't get me wrong, they're absolutely both guilty. As far as I understand, they both produced this material themselves, and they were just egging each other on, or certainly she was egging him on. pair of fucking sickos. Detectives reportedly seized 4 Apple iPhones, 2 laptop computers, a custom PC, 2 external hard drives. They located 271 videos, 156 pictures of child pornography on the guy's phone alone. 30 images and 8 videos depicted children that were infants or toddlers. Both remain jailed on $500,000 bail each. So I applaud that. Pennsylvania, $500,000 is a lot of money. You're obviously taking this incredibly seriously, as you should. You don't need these sickos on the streets. They don't deserve to be on the streets. If anything, if it were up to me, I would make that 500,000. I'd make it a ridiculously high number. Millions. But I would be happy with 500,000. It shows a significant strength and conviction from the authorities that these two scumbags should not be on the streets. So I applaud that. They're due in court June 22nd. It is unclear how the victim or victims are connected to the pair. Investigators believe there are unidentified victims in this case. So again, I do applaud the investigators to having continued the investigation, and I hope that does continue. They feel that there are unidentified victims, and that ought to be uncovered for their sake, to ensure their safety moving forward. And again, all of these other fucking scumbags that are a part of this network, that I don't know, I suppose people purchase this material or they somehow acquire it. Just go after them and throw money at these, throw resources at this situation specifically, and this type of situation, to try to put an end to it. And look, let's give these guys what they deserve, which, as I say, if it's not the death penalty, which is what I would go for personally, then an extremely long prison sentence. Let's give them that. Let's have a message sent, not just to these guys, but to the rest of their crew, the rest of those guys that are just like them. Send a fucking message to them. And also send a message to the greater community and to the victims. That's my feeling. That's part of the reason for sentences, is to show the community what the authorities think about these crimes, how much they tolerate these crimes. If it's a very light sentence, then the authorities are saying, "Oh, you know what? It's not that bad. These things happen. Don't worry about it." If it's a very long sentence, the authorities are saying, "No, this is fucking bullshit. We're not going to tolerate this. We're going to do absolutely everything we can to stamp this type of thing out. We're not going to tolerate this in our society." And it also sends a message to the victims that we're extremely sorry that this happened, and we're going to do what we can to ensure justice and to ensure your safety. We want you to carry on with your life, victim, survivor. We want you to carry on as best you can with your life without having to be angered by a sense that the type of behavior that you suffered is tolerated by authorities. So that, sentencing is important on a number of different levels. It's not just about the rehabilitation aspects, in my opinion. Anyway, I've rambled a little bit there, so I'm going to wrap things up at this point. I will be making a few more videos throughout the course of the day, perhaps another 5 or so. If you do appreciate the content, the awareness of this type of topic, if I've done a half decent job in covering it, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. If you feel that you'd like to get a little bit more involved in this channel, then talk to me about being a part of a live stream. So I'm hopefully going to edge towards doing live streams with perhaps open panels to some extent. Don't really understand what format will have, but I do very much welcome your input. If you're not interested, tell me, but if you are interested, tell me, and that will give me some encouragement to I don't know, to actually make things happen. So I'm going to leave you to it, guys. Thanks and take care.